Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So just a quick public service announcement. I've mentioned this before in some of my videos. Apparently now Celsius has released this statement. I don't know if this is new or if this was just kind of buried in their terms of use. From Corey Clipston here. So if you guys are using Celsius, in the event that Celsius becomes bankrupt, enters liquidation, or otherwise unable to repay its obligations, you may not be able to recover or regain ownership of such digital assets, and other than your rights as a creditor of Celsius under any applicable law, you may not have any legal remedies or rights in connection with Celsius's obligation to you. So another similar message here from Celsius as Coinbase released just a few days ago. So for those of you guys who may have digital assets on Celsius, it could be now the time to switch over to the Ledger Nano, either the S or the X. And now they have so many different products. When I first purchased the Ledger Nano, it was the S, and that was the only model they had. And I mean, even the S works really, really well. I do have an affiliate link in the description. And by the way, guys, Ledger is not paying me to say this, but when I see things like this, I always think to myself, okay, if I didn't know much about cryptocurrency and I wanted to keep, what I've invested safe, especially now since we've seen a downturn, I think a lot more people are a lot more concerned. And, the euphoria is kind of worn off. And so, some people are probably in protection mode. So, guys, it's a great option. Not your keys, not your crypto here, as outlined too on Celsius's website. So thanks so much, Corey, for bringing that up. Okay, let's talk about the market. Is the bottom in? There's a lot suggesting it is, guys, and I'm going to go over some of this today. Miles J. Creative posting this. Me and the Real Plan C were quite vocal over the past months that if we see a sub $28,000 Bitcoin, expect strong buying pressure. So far, we've seen that. If we do push lower, I expect buying interest only will increase. So he's bringing up the Bitcoin chart here, demonstrating that we did wick down below this support formed last year, June, July of 2021. And take a look at that buying pressure. You guys can see that here with these volume bars. So we dipped below. This is clearly an area that has piqued the interest of buyers. So now we're seeing buyers buy a Bitcoin, and the rest of the cryptocurrency market is also getting bought up. This is the XRP chart. XRP right now trading at about 42.8, so just shy of 43 cents. And you can see, over the last several days, we have seen XRP being bought up as well, denoted here in this high volume pressure, a lot of buying volume here. You guys can see green volume push the price up to about 46.3. Now we're kind of coming back down here, so you guys can see a big V correction out of what everybody was deeming the end of the world for cryptocurrency. But guys, it's not the end of the world. These corrections are going to translate to bigger gains down the road. We just have to be patient. And a good opportunity to buy cryptocurrencies at a discount. I mean, this is just my humble opinion. And again, not financial advice. Everybody should be doing their own research before they make choices like this, because this is your money that you're investing, money that you earned. I'm investing my money, so I can only tell myself what to do. Anyway, just noticing some of these trends here. It's looking quite positive, guys. And just shifting gears a little bit to this point that cryptocurrency, although volatile and although perhaps still somewhat speculative today, which, technically I guess it is, the concept of a new monetary system, new money, is becoming more and more apparent. And I just wanted to show you guys this clip. Now, this is Friedrich August Hayek. He made fundamental contributions to political theory, psychology, and economics in a field in which the relevance of ideas often is eclipsed by expansion on an initial theory. Many of his contributions are so remarkable that people still read them more than 50 years after they were written. Many graduate economics students today, for example, study his articles from the 30s and 40s on economics and knowledge, deriving insights that some of their elders in the economic profession still do not totally understand. It would be surprising if a substantial minority of economists still read and learn from his articles in the year 2050, which I do not doubt they could. This is a clip from 1984. And so listen here to what Hayek says about currency and how money is changing. And he was making this prediction, guys, back in 1984. Courtesy of Kenwood Capital here, bringing this to me. Listen to this.
They must have a current currency market in which to tell you which currencies are stable in terms of each other and which fluctuate, so that they will leave any money which is unstable and flock to the one which is stable.
Do you think there's any chance of that ever being adopted? Or will we be driven to adopt it?
Ever, yes. Not in my lifetime, and probably not in the next 50 years. But the kind of money which we are having is going to get so much worse in the course of time. We have so many experience of alternating inflation and price controls being clapped on in order to prevent inflation that people will ultimately despair it. And if anyone starts my system, I think it will spread very rapidly.
Okay, so kind of difficult to understand maybe if English isn't your first language especially, but notice the warnings about money and, the early warnings of inflation as well. Inflation has been happening consistently, I'd say, over the last century and beyond, and so Hank was noticing this and giving us this warning in 1984. Carl Menger here was saying, oh look, he predicted Bitcoin. Well, not quite predicted Bitcoin, but the concept of Bitcoin was created out of this idea, these types of theories. And so the fact that we're moving to cryptocurrency as a form of payment now, this is kind of the real world we're living in now. Remember before in 2017 when we were thinking to ourselves, yeah, crypto, one day we might actually pay for products and services with this stuff. And sure enough, now we're entering an era where we are. So just going back to Bitcoin and with regards to Bitcoin specifically, just a reminder, there has never been 8 consecutive red weekly candles in Bitcoin's history. Not once in 13 years. This coming from Kaleo here on Twitter. Bitcoin is 30 hours away from closing its 7th consecutive red candlestick. I know this may seem crazy, but there are some good odds that next week will be green. So let's just take a look at Bitcoin right now here on the weekly. You guys can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weekly red candlesticks in a row for Bitcoin. And so what are we to expect next? Well, statistically, it sounds as though we are in for a bullish week for Bitcoin. So again, an opportunity to buy the dip, whether it's Bitcoin or altcoins. We know altcoins generally tend to follow Bitcoin, especially since now we've seen this mega market correction. We've seen altcoins go down alongside Bitcoin. We know that, that traditional idea of this altcoin season is not happening. Bitcoin losing its value, the dominance going down and altcoins rallying up. That clearly didn't happen. So as we see Bitcoin go up next week, hopefully, are we going to see altcoins follow? I think we will. So again, just kind of on that theme of be prepared, guys. If you do want to enter the market, this could be an opportunity. We're also seeing this, guys, another one from Kenwood Capital here. IMF raises yuan waiting in SDR basket amid weakness. So here's what's going on. The International Monetary Fund lifted the yuan's weighting in the special drawing rights currency basket, prompting the Chinese central bank to pledge to push for a further opening to its financial markets. The IMF raised the yuan's weighting to 12.28% from 10.92 in its first regular review of the SDR evaluation since the Chinese currency was included in the basket in 2016. The People's Bank of China said in a statement on Sunday. The weighting of the US dollar also rose to 43.38 from 41.73. So guys, take a look at that. Look at the numbers. Look at the math here. You can see the Chinese yuan's weighted relevance down about 1.5 points, and the US dollar up about 1.5 points. It's not exact, but you can see against the US dollar, the Chinese yuan is losing dominance in that basket. The PBOC and other regulators will continue to resolutely push for the opening up of China's financial markets and further simplify the process of overseas investors coming into the Chinese market, it said in a statement. So we're not seeing as much coming out of the Chinese market, and this is the reason, this is the justification that the IMF is giving for bringing down the yuan's weighted average 1.5 points, give or take. I think it's 1.65%. SDRs, for those of you guys who do not know, are an international reserve asset that can be converted into 5 currencies. The yuan's entry into the SDR signaled it became one of the 5 global reserve currencies in 2016 after years of effort by Chinese authorities to promote its global use. The change came amid a sharp depreciation of the yuan since late April as it faces a double whammy: the slowing of domestic growth because of the beer flu, and due to widening monetary policy divergence with the United States. So also something to be paying attention to, considering now monetary policy is expanding and becoming more free-flowing, because, for example, we're seeing things like this. Michael at Val5 Links posting this, and this, has to do with this professional soccer team specifically based in Catalonia, Spain. They've become the first Spanish club to accept crypto as payment. So this is just another example of what we're seeing worldwide. We're seeing businesses now starting to accept cryptocurrency as payments. I don't know, though, if they have insider knowledge on where fiat is going, but they clearly are seeing that crypto is going to be lucrative, and ultimately at the end of the day, these companies have got to think to themselves, okay, do I want to hold crypto on my books or not? And if the answer is yes, well then I guess I should accept cryptocurrency, right? Digital assets in the soccer industry have formed a relatively strong bond over the past several months. Numerous clubs from all parts of the globe announced partnerships with crypto companies, introduced exchanges as sponsors, or accepted the asset class as a payment method. However, Spain's top soccer division, La Liga, has not been so heavily involved in the sector, but they are looking to change that. They are looking to have supporters buy tickets, food, and beverages during matches, and merchandise purchases in Bitcoin, Ether, and other digital assets. So just outlining here that they are going to be accepting Bitcoin, Ether, and they say other cryptocurrency assets. We don't know if that's going to include cryptocurrencies like XRP specifically, but I don't think the list is going to stop at Bitcoin and Ethereum. Continuing on, guys, with some Ripple partner news. Michael at Val5Links bringing this to our attention. SBI Holdings has made another key M&A move. They're snapping up controlling stake of one of their crypto rivals, Bitpoint. So SBI, of course, a Ripple partner. The Japanese security and banking giant SBI Holdings has made another key M&A move and will snap up controlling interest in Bitpoint. Per the Nikkei, Bitpoint's operator, the loyalty point provider Remix Point, has stated that it will form a capital and business alliance with SBI in an attempt to expand its business through crypto collaboration. The deal will involve SBI buying a 5% stake in Remix Point and a controlling 51% stake of 65,484 shares for a sum of about $98.6 million US dollars. This will grant SBI more than half of the total voting rights at Bitpoint. The report stated that Bitpoint's market value was estimated at over $193 million. And just down here, SBI is yet to indicate whether it will later seek to merge Bitpoint's platform with its own SBI VC trade operations, because if you guys remember, SBI does have a trading division. However, initially, it seems that in the short term at least, SBI will seek to operate the two platforms as separate entities. I think eventually they might actually merge them together. You know, it's a good idea to get people used to the fact that, okay, there's a new owner in town, and then kind of slowly migrate them over. I know in some cases that is what businesses do. But anyway, they're looking to keep them separate for now, and says that it will seek to boost Bitpoint's liquidity via its own liquidity providing subsidiary B2C2. SBI snapped up the latter, a British firm, in a 2020 deal. And so providing liquidity through XRP for cryptocurrency trades probably will be part of the plan at some point for this particular deal. This is not SBI's first major move into the M&A markets. It has previously bought and subsequently integrated the Tao crypto trading platform from Yahoo Japan. So we are already seeing SBI, dabble into crypto trading. We know they have their VC trade platform, and now they're acquiring more crypto trading platforms. Of course, this is great for the entire ecosystem, considering SBI running on Ripple. Wanted to thank Michael for posting that. Also, this guy's some quick news from the Algorand Foundation from XRP Crypto Wolf. Yieldly is now Algorand's leading DeFi suite following WagMeSwap acquisition. So Yieldly is known as the first decentralized or DeFi ecosystem that was built on the Algorand blockchain and is currently one of the leading projects within the DeFi industry. And so just to move down here, a tweet directly from Yieldly. Yieldly is to acquire the WagMeSwap, a game changer for Algorand DeFi. YAMM promises to propel us leaps and bounds ahead of the DeFi status quo, giving us the tools we need to realize our earliest vision to be the leading DeFi suite on Algorand. And real quick here, just from a Yahoo report on that, completion of the WagMeSwap integration will see automated market maker functions added to the platform, giving Yieldly customers a comprehensive suite of earning initiatives. Users can expect to overhaul interface incorporating a bespoke wallet with built-in staking functions and an integrated AMM alongside an NFT marketplace. Yieldly will conduct thorough technical due diligence as part of the acquisition process, including third-party audits executed on WagMeSwap's code. And so here's a quick quote. "We are thrilled at the prospect of this acquisition. It stands as a testament and validation to the technology and products we have built. Yieldly is a pioneer in the Algorand DeFi ecosystem, and having them roll up an AMM into their host of products is an exciting prospect for the broader Algorand community." This coming from Xinjing Zheng, founder of WagMeSwap.io. So interesting news there for those of you guys invested in Algorand. I feel like, Algorand is kind of hitting its moment now where we are starting to see those partnerships really build up. The same kind of thing that we saw for Ripple back in 2019. Interesting news there. Wanted to thank XRP Crypto Wolf for posting that. Matt Hamilton also letting us in on this. Guys, really looking forward to this new release, bringing the XRP ledger to NodeRed, visual drag and drop programming. So just real quick, some technical news for those of you guys interested in the technology. Generate an XRP ledger wallet This node generates a new wallet using a secret, which is a family seed mnemonic or secret numbers. You can also derive a wallet on the existing secret. If you are using this to generate or derive wallets to be used on the mainnet, then always ensure you take great care of storing your secret securely. The secret is literally the key to your wallet. Also ensure you are running NodeRed within your own environment that you alone have access to. So NodeRed sounds to me like it's this new protocol, I guess, on the XRP ledger. Visual drag and drop programming, an interesting and innovative update. Derek Mensch down here saying, is there anywhere in particular that I can read about this? And XRP Innovations says, hi Derek, our website, once live, not only contains our technical documentation, tutorials, and samples, but a blog giving the history of XRP Innovations. So stay tuned on that. We don't have the website right now. I guess it is not ready yet, but I will keep you guys updated on the XRPL developments. And Mr. Poole decided to drop this yesterday, a cracked bell. Many are saying that that's the Liberty Bell, including Russ.xrp here on Twitter. Steve K here saying, Liberty Bell could mean news is on the way. So are we waiting for something that is going to change the narrative for crypto that could actually help cryptocurrency prices move to the upside? So just to give you guys a sense of where our minds are here, in its early years, the bell was used to summon lawmakers to legislative sessions and to alert citizens about public meetings and proclamations. So could it be that we may get something in the realm of the law in U.S. cryptocurrency lawmaking that will shift the narrative for cryptocurrency and hopefully shift the price for cryptocurrency as well? So again, it could mean more than just this. We know that that bell and the inkwell is also on the $100 U.S. currency note, as demonstrated over here, and that is exactly where this is from. Just a close-up of that. So it could mean a few different things. I will link this in the tweet thread if you guys are interested. Some other people here chiming in on this, just giving their 2 cents of what this could mean. I think though, seeing that crack in the bell, the famous Liberty Bell, used in the early years to summon lawmakers to legislative sessions and to alert citizens about public meetings and proclamations. I think, with regards to cryptocurrency, we're waiting for all this with bated breath, and we have been now for months, if not years. Could big news be on the way? And will it have to do with cryptocurrency regulatory clarity? And you guys know all these things are timed. All these things tend to be timed. Washigoria posted this, and I thought this was interesting because I don't think we've ever actually taken a look at Bitcoin price from this perspective before. Here's why I think Bitcoin might have bottomed. And I'm looking at the charts and looking at what he's looking at, and I'm thinking the same thing. In its bear market history, Bitcoin has never retraced back to the previous cycle all-time high. And I'm going to do a little demo in a second, guys. Each time Bitcoin has retraced 89% of the distance from its previous cycle all-time high to its all-time high. As of now, Bitcoin has retraced 89% of the distance from its 2021 end-of-year all-time high to the 2017 all-time high. I'm not saying that Bitcoin is going up straight from this level. However, it might have entered an accumulation phase from here. Consider retweeting if you like this content. Well, I'm going to show you what he means here. First, we have to consider the new all-time high to the former all-time high. He is making that a 100% move, whether it was in 2022 or whether that was in 2018 or whether that is in 2014, whenever that move happened. And he's not considering that percentage move. He's considering that move a 100% move across the board. So from new all-time high, retrace back down to former all-time high, that would be 100%. Now, when you take this in conjunction with the bottom of the market, the retrace down to the trough of the bear, whether that was in 2015 or 2018, 2019, or in 2022, that is an 89% move. And so this is what we are seeing here. Let me give you a quick example. So we have the top of the bull market here when Bitcoin hit about $69,000. We have that former high back in December of 2017. And so what does that equate to? If we look down, that is about a 71.55% retracement, okay, to the downside. So again, in this case, we're going to assume that negative 71.55% is 100%, considering it was from the top, right down here to the top of the former top, okay, the former all-time high. Now, what is the retracement we saw? We saw a retracement from this top here all the way down to here, about 63.17%. Now, what he is saying is that this should equate to 89%, and it has in former bull run. So if we take 63.17 divided by 71.55, we get roughly 89%. Just multiply that by 100. We get 88.2879%. So that's very, very close to an 89% correction, okay? And he's noticing this in 2022. We also noticed this in 2018, 2019, and we noticed this for the bottom back in 2015. So guys, this begs the question, is the bottom in? Is this the time we should be accumulating, whether it is Bitcoin, whether it is XRP, or any other altcoin? And then we got to ask ourselves, are we going to V-bottom out of this, or is it going to be a slow grind to the upside? Those are answers I don't have, but this is looking very, very promising. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.